Everybody to a live edition of Apex Investor, covering the Quadruple Witching Hour. I'm also listening to Uncle Bruce at the same time to see if there's anything anything very detailed that we need to know. Uncle Bruce is in the know in terms of the intricacies about the stock market, so we're not going to miss anything if he's covering it as well. So, um, two things to keep in mind regarding GameStop and AMC. So GameStop has to stay over $200. Right now it's at 204. So if it drops below $200 today, that's not the best thing. It doesn't mean the squeeze is over. It just means that there are less contracts that will expire. But there's a lot of contracts expiring today. But if it finishes end of day over $200, then a lot of options need to be covered. A lot of options have to be paid out, pretty much. So the hedge funds, the short sellers have to pay up if it's above $200. They have to pay up a lot more versus if it finishes under $200. So that's why you're seeing this battle, this tug of war, pretty much from 9 a.m. to about 12 p.m. Or just 11:44. We saw that it was just trading sideways, and that's the short laddering between hedge fund and short sellers. And then when it went up to 20, what is this? Just over 211, around quarter to 12, it shot up over $200 and it hasn't dropped since. This could be hedge funds going long. So the light side of the force. We have two sides to the force here. We have the short sellers, hedge funds who are short selling, and you also have hedge funds who are going GameStop. And so that's the situation with GameStop. And the volume today is 21 million, a lot more than yesterday, more volume than yesterday, but still below the average of 44 million. AMC, I read yesterday on Reddit. Yeah, I read it on Reddit that AMC needs to be over $15. I think that's false. I think it has to be 14 because what we're witnessing here is a similar situation where pretty much from open, well, it was at 14 and then dropped down to 1337, which is one of my favorite numbers, is elite. It went up to tried going to 14, but it wasn't until the same time as GameStop went up to 200 did AMC finally break 14. So we haven't really seen it drop below 14 except a few times in the last hour. So right now it's straggling the line. I think it has to finish. Personally, I think it has to be above 13. I think the 15 was a
it says that there are 70 million shares outstanding. It's right here.
Okay, so I think you're talking about the outstanding shares. So I think that 15 was to mislead the short sellers. I really think it was 1350. But it could be 14. I don't know. We'll see. And the volume for AMC today has been 83 million, so half of the average. And I'm going to, I've been keeping a close eye on FinViz all day to see how volatile the market has been throughout the day. And so we only have 20 minutes left. I'm going to stream for the last 20 minutes here. HOFV is up 60%. What in the world? Yeah, this is triple, quadruple witching hour. So HOFV, I'm going to just take a look at that and see what is going on there. 52-week range, $1.09 to 12.31, and they are up 53%. They closed at 273. They're at 420. So anyway, so HOFV is there. And then top losers. I've been looking at top losers, watching that like a hawk all day.
How high a number would that be? Would that be 65 million shares? Would that be 85 million shares that are actually really technically short? How in the world can that be carried by the brokerage community if there's only 69 million in total existence?
So he's talking about the shorts,
Makes no sense, right?
the naked shorts.
So
Where are these shares and where are they coming from? Okay, looking at the biggest loser today, so far it's IDRA, Idera Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, American pharmaceutical company. They make oncology treatment and other treatments for rare conditions. Their volume is 46 million today. They're as low as $1.81 today. Their 52-week was 116 to 614. So okay, let me just lower that a little bit. So trying to listen to him at the same time as think. So this dropped down to over 60%. And the institutional ownership for this, the market cap is over 200 million. That's okay. It's not great, but and their 1-year target is $8, $8.33. Institutional ownership is 22.6%. That's pretty good. Shorts float, well, I don't know if I should pay attention to that number. It might not be true. RSI 26, so it is oversold. Anything under 30 is oversold, and close to 70 is overbought. So this is way oversold. Well, not way, but it is oversold. And the average volume is 759K, so under a million on the average. I looked at the chart for this stock and relatively stable. So it usually trades very stable. It's like a flat line most of the time. If you look at the 6-month chart, let's just look at the 1 month. I'll look at the 1 month right now for IDRA. The 1 month is it's pretty stable too. I mean, before today, it was trading between excuse me, 377 to 560. And then you look at the last 6 months, it was trading between 212 to the same, $6. And then if you look at the 1 year, again, it was fluctuates between $1.20 to 222. Then, but the point is, usually it goes down to $2 or less, and it usually goes back up to $5. And when I looked at the last, excuse me, when I looked at the last 6 months, this stock hit $5 at least 6 times in the last 6 months. So there was one, it went up to 503, went down again to $4, under $4, and then went back up to 590. Then it dropped down to 430s, went up to $5 again, dropped down, went up to $5, went up. So again, it went up to $5 at least 6 times, and when it dropped, it usually went down to under $4 or just around $4. But this time today, on quadruple witching day, it dropped all the way down to $1.81. And I saw this, and right away I said, "Wow, this is an apex investor opportunity." So I bought some shares at that low range, $1.80, $1.81, $1.90. No one was touching it, so I said, "Okay." A lot of people are afraid; they're just selling off their shares. They just want to get out of this. So I said, "Let me buy these up because this is going right back up to at least $4, at least four, maybe even five, maybe even six." But I'm just to be safe. I think $5 is a good price target for this. $4 or $5, maybe even 4.50 to 5, and you could double your money pretty easily. So that's why I said, okay, let me just let's double my money in here. I was looking to get GameStop or AMC, but they didn't really dip low enough for me to justify getting that at that point. But um, I don't know why the sound is only going through one headphone for me right now. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, now it's working. Okay, you said there's 13 minutes to go. I have some thoughts about the fake shares, the naked shorts. So it's hard for me to think when he's talking. So what I wanted to say about the fake shares of GameStop and AMC is this. Imagine you have only uh, whatever the number is, 100 million uh, dollar bills. Okay, you have $100 million bills that were printed from the U.S. Treasury, or the mint, whatever they call it in America. So they produce these dollar bills. They're real. They're authentic. And then you have somebody else who created a machine that can print counterfeit American dollar bills, and they printed not just 100 million, but 200 million, or at least 100 million. Okay, they printed at least 100 million counterfeit bills. Okay, so that drops the price of your currency because, yeah, there's more being circulated. So whatever the value of your currency is, say $1 equals $1, when you have double the amount, well, that's going to drop the price down, the value, to 50 cents, wouldn't it? So what would happen if there was a crackdown? That's the question. What would happen if there's a crackdown on these counterfeit bills? So that's what we're experiencing with GameStop, with AMC, that there are only 70 million shares of GameStop to be traded, probably less than that though. And how is it possible that there's over 100 million being exchanged on most a lot of days? You have close to 100 million. There's definitely over 70 million being traded. So how's that possible? Well, these are counterfeit shares. They're fake, just like fake money. So once they crack down on that, because the day is coming, believe me, uh, what's going to happen to the value of GameStop? Well, the value right now, as of me speaking, is 203. So the true value is at least $400, $500, just when you get rid of the counterfeit shares. And that's being conservative because I know it's a lot more than just 70 million. It's probably closer to 200 million, maybe. So this stock is worth at least 400, maybe even 1,000, like we're saying, maybe even 10,000. I mean, depending on the pressures that are piling up, all the stats, all the facts that are actually being presented on Wall Street Bets. So common sense and logic would dictate that this stock is going to soar. And we can see a tug of war happening right now in the last 10 minutes. The lowest it's hit in the last hour is 202. 202.37 is the lowest I've seen. 202.29. That's the lowest number I've seen in the last hour. So right now it's at 205.35. And with AMC, the lowest it dropped was 13.82. So I do believe the number for AMC to close at has to be above 13.50. That's just my personal opinion. GameStop has to close above 200. I think that's a given. That's something that they presented yesterday, and I do agree with that. And you can see the evidence for this because it hasn't dropped under $200 since about lunchtime, since 12 p.m. And it's being propped up by powers that I do not know. So I'm gonna play Uncle Bruce for the next.
I remember counting all the inventory with a whole bunch of volunteers. That
Just keep an eye on FinViz and look
friends of
for
my
any
mom and dad would help
movement
us
there.
out because we had to count the inventory of this music store in one shot. And my dad would be the director general.
Okay, he's not talking about the stocks right now, so
Paper,
he's talking about his life stories and stuff. So, all right, I'm just gonna keep an eye on all the stocks that are in my portfolio, see if anything really moved a lot. Anything more than 20% plus minus is what I'm looking for. SNES, a pick that I recommended a few weeks ago, was at $1, and what was it? I recommended around $1.36, $1.50 range. Went up to $2 and $2.62 today, so that was a good deal. Pretty much could have doubled your money with that one. So that's an Apex investor suggestion that, or value pick that really took off. That was successful. So that worked out for a lot of people. So we have a track record now, proven track record with SNES. SLGG is up 23%. It's in double digits today, went up to $11. I had some shares of this. I bought it at $6, $7. I really should have held on to it, but you know what? It's too bad. I'd buy this at the dip. Anything below $7, it's a really good buy at I'd say $4.79. Anything below $7 is a good deal for this, or $6. $7 and lower is a great deal for this stock. So SLGG is a good deal. That was a winner today.
It's so easy to do your books because you're so damn good at it.
Just gonna get some water.
And if you were alive today to see what I'm doing here, you would be blown away by the number by the screen. You'd be amazed how many people are watching live, how many subscribers I got, what the counts are for the video I made. He'd be analyzing it.
And after that video yesterday, oh man. Anyway. Okay, scanning through my portfolios. Looks like nothing else went up that high. 6 minutes left. GameStop is still above 200. AMC is still above 13. Yeah, I don't understand the divide with GameStop and AMC. There really shouldn't be a divide. Oh, GVO is up 20%. So GVO, GEVO, was trading as low as $6 just earlier this month. It's up to 10 now. So it's actually a good buy. I remember I was tracking this back in the $1 range, $4 range. This thing exploded at $15. Really, I don't know what they even do. I think it's a pharmaceutical company, if I'm not mistaken. Good stock. I mean, all the stocks that go up seem to be good once they're up, but don't buy high. It's a foolish thing to do.
We're not even done yet. We're going to see what is happening here as we close out these last few minutes of the day. 151 point drop, 157 point drop on New York. We're getting a little active there. But we're down to 3 minutes or so as we finish it off. I'm, of course, concentrating on the game.
Looking at my mainstream stocks now, I was looking at the biotech stocks, and all I saw was Vivo that went up over 20%. SLGG and the meme stocks was up over a day, an hour. Didn't disappoint because I picked up a pretty good. The 207 was the high for IDRA for the day. But again, this is going back up to $4 pretty easily. I do believe this negative news. It was negative, but it wasn't something to be scared about. The news came out that their products were not that effective, but you know what? They're not going to quit. They're just going to keep trying to improve their products. They're going to try to, improve them until they work. That's what it's about. Science. It's not. You don't just try and give up. You keep trying. You keep trying to make the chocolate pudding or whatever it is. You're trying to be successful. You don't try to launch a rocket to the moon, and when it fails the first time, you just give up. No, you keep trying and trying till you succeed. And so that's what they're going to do. And they're American company, so you can trust that Americans will be resilient. So IDRA was a good pick today for me. We'll see how it pans out the next 6 months to 12 months. I think I'll keep my money in there for now. I just had a little bit of money, and I was going to put into GameStop or AMC. It didn't dip to the levels that I wanted it to, so I decided to just jump on this minus 68%, minus 60% stock where it dropped all the way down to 180, 81. And it opened previous close is 521. So if we do the math, let's do the math there. 181 divided by 521 would be. So it dropped 65% at its lowest, and I picked it up minus 65%. So that's pretty big. Pretty good pickup. Just a minute. Just I feel like Kramer. All right, so I think the market just closed. So let's look at the aftermath here. So IDRA closed at 198 today, and after hours is at $2. Look at that. Oh man. Okay, and GameStop. GameStop finished over $200. We won, baby. We won, apes. Let's go. AMC finished above 1350. That's good. Almost at 14. So can't say that was a loss. That was, if it's true that it had to be over 15, I think that was a little too ambitious. But personally, I think it was 13.50, maybe even $13. But they just wanted to finish as close to 14 as possible. GameStop now after hours at 198, so you can see that that was being propped up by all the longs. Whether it's hedge funds, retail investors, billionaires, but the point is they have to now pay those options up. Pay up. Pay up. Okay. And AMC, they're also down. So yeah, we had a good day today. What does this mean? Okay, this means that on Monday and the coming days and weeks ahead, that every Friday more options will be expiring. But this bodes well for both AMC and GameStop. The price will go up next week. This is the low point. This is a dip. Today was a dip. Today was a dip. The whole day was a dip, especially the first hour there. I mean, the first hour for AMC, it dipped quite a bit. Uh, at 13.37, my price was $10, so it did meet that price. And GameStop, actually 10.11 is pretty fair for AMC. GameStop dipped all the way down to 180, 182. So that was a good dip as well. That was actually, I should have bought that at 182, but you know what? I woke up too late. I slept in a bit. I couldn't sleep last night. I was just thinking about this witching hour, going, "Oh man, what's it gonna mean?" And is it even worth waking up on time and all that. So you know what? I decided maybe I'll just check it at the opening and see if anything's on sale. And I thought GameStop would go down to 170 or lower. I thought it would go like they would really try to crash it, but they were not successful in doing so. And they were not successful in crashing AMC either. That held up pretty well. It was pretty strong. Didn't even go below 13. So that was a very good day for uh for us apes in the GME AMC camp. Um, I think that's all I have to say for that. And well, IDRA is going up even more. Oh, it's 199. So that's not going to go up overnight. It's going to take at least a month, maybe 6 months. So my target is to sell it in the next year, I suppose, and just double my money, maybe triple it. We'll see how that goes. But I just had a bit of money. I thought, hey, if I could double that little bit of money, it's not a bad thing. But I might have to wait, at least a month, 6 months. I think 6 months might be the time frame I'm looking at. Um, yeah, I have some important videos to release in the next weeks ahead. I won't spoil what they're about, but they're very important, and you'll want to watch those regarding the stock market crash. That's a big one, and regarding one of the biggest sectors that will make you a lot of money. So I'm not going to get too detailed about those two things, but they will be presented in the next uh, weeks ahead, within the month for sure. Just listen to Uncle Bruce together.
They won't let it go over 14. I'm not saying it is, but I'm wondering if it is. And is it the same thing for GameStop? Did the same thing happen with GameStop? The market came back to the 200 level towards the end of the day. Was that the plan? I don't know. I don't know. Someday someone will write a book. Someday.
Okay, I'm going to do a daily update for today. Just look at the Reddit post. I'm not going to look at the price action because today I just covered it right now. So there's nothing else to cover. Maybe I might just mention it briefly and just say, I picked up some IDRA. And GameStop finished above 200. AMC finished above 13.50 or $13. So mission accomplished in that regard. And then I'll just go into the Reddit posts. So see what they say. What is brewing there. Okay, that's all for this live stream. I really enjoyed today. It really delivered. It delivered in terms of AMC, GameStop, and then IDRA. And there are a lot of other stocks that went up at least 40% today. So there was some winners to be made there. Um, some winners in GVO, some winners in SLGG. And then the other two stocks I'm interested in, but they are too high at the moment, are SOS and CAN. So SOS and Canaan. I'm going to take a look at those before I close here. See how they traded today. Yeah, GameStop next week is going to explode after that conference they have. Okay, so SOS, they traded. They're okay today. It wasn't crazy. It didn't go super high, but it was stable. This is a really good stock, SOS. Some people are asking about this on Uncle Bruce's channel. It is a good stock. Personally, I'd get it up. I could buy it up at $5 and less. Where it is, and the resistance is, well, it could be to the moon because this is tied to Bitcoin mining. This is probably worth triple digits, funnily enough. And Canaan, it's another one. This is a great stock as well. I buy the same kind of thing, $15 or lower, $15.25 to be precise. And the resistance here, again, this is also triple digit stock. They're both Chinese companies. I'm not so bullish on China, but only because they deal with Bitcoin and they're so the Chinese are very bullish on Bitcoin. I'm talking about the people, the citizens, not the government. I don't know. Maybe the government is. I don't know. But so yeah, there's a lot of potential with those two stocks.
Adjustments being made with respect to hedge funds, but mainly mutual funds.
Okay, I'm going to close the stream and we'll do a daily update within the next, I don't know, 2-3 hours. Probably post that. Okay, thank you for your time. Apex Investor signing out. It's been a good witching day, quadruple witching day. I don't know why they call it that, but whatever. I guess it's more, it's kind of mystical, kind of creepy sounding, but it's still exciting nonetheless. So this will happen again in the next 3 months. That would be in the month of June, the third Friday of June, and the third hour. Okay. We'll see you very soon with a daily update. Going to see if there's any posts worth reading.